Welcome to the magical city of Dubai for the 2007 Metaxan Archery World Cup Final. 16 archers have qualified for the final, but just 4 archers will walk away world champions after today's competition. The setting for this event is the Madinat Jumeirah Souk, and with more than 150,000 US dollars in prize money at stake, this event promises to be truly exceptional. After Ulsan, Varese, Antalya and Dover, this is the moment for the big names in archery to shine, and Dubai is the perfect setting for this event. Prior to the event starting, we witnessed a super show from the extremely flexible Lilia Stepanova. This fantastic venue with the Burj Al Arab Hotel in the distance, rising to 321 metres. That makes it 3 metres shorter than the Eiffel Tower. Anna Katsansava spent much of 2006 in Goncharova's shadow. 2007 would change that. Already a recurve champion, Petra Eriksson was now on target in compound. Jamie would take her first place in the world ranking by stealth after 2 early departures. Dover was the perfect platform for Jamie's revenge on Petra. Jorge Jimenez started 2007 with only one objective, and Olsen gave him his first hurdle. George had every right to smile. Making his points debut in Varese, Braden Gillentine gave Jimenez plenty to think about after taking the points. And Sebastian Brazers, with points from Ulsan and Varese, took 25, leaving Braden and George scratching their heads. Jamie Van Natter started this World Cup final ranked first, but was unlucky to lose out to Sofia Goncharova in a thrilling tiebreak. Anna shot her last arrow to tie with Petra Eriksson before she too lost out in a tiebreak. In this bronze final, despite a weak start from Jamie, it was always her match. Jamie 114, Anna 106. Roberval was drawn against Jimenez in the qualification stages. After reaching 1-5, he found himself tied. After 3 tie-breaks, Roberval would have to make do with a shot at bronze. Sebastian would find himself in similar territory after reaching 1-4 and tied against Braden. Roberval took bronze from the Frenchman with 2 clear points. Roberval 1-6, Sebastian 1-4. So good afternoon and welcome to Dubai for the compound women's individual gold medal match, this being the World Cup final. And joining me in the commentary booth for this match is Juan Carlos Olgado from FITA. Good afternoon, Juan Carlos.
Hello, good afternoon, Mike.
Juan Carlos is the event director for this competition. And starting off, we're looking at Sofia Goncharova for this year. Appeared in all 4 matches, 21 in Ulsan, 13 Varese, 13 Antalya and 18 in Dover, making a total of 52 points. Don't forget that it's the 3 highest points that count. Petra Eriksson with a little bit more on her mind, Juan Carlos, than just archery this year.
Yes, Petra is right now waiting a baby, and this is a great news for all of us, because it's not easy to compete in this level with being pregnant, but she's doing so good that we expect to have a good result.
Petra there with 57 points, didn't appear in Ulsan, but made the other 3 matches. So Petra shooting first. Juan Carlos, you've trained over 80 archers in your experience. What would you be preparing the archers for this event?
Coming to this final, which is the best archers of the season, and shooting in this environment, in this amazing venue, is quite new for all the archers. But of course, they are very focused to shoot to the 10, to shoot in the target as they are used to be, and trying to go out of this pressure. But I think that shooting in November out of the normal season is quite challenging for them, and they are working very hard to get this accuracy that they have in September.
Petra, they're shooting 29 in the first end. Quite a low score there, 25 from Sofia. Was that nerves?
Sofia has a tough time. The bow was lost and then was kept in the police, and she couldn't practice the 2 days before. She just got the bow yesterday night, so it could affect also in accuracy. An archer being waiting for the bow during 2 days and not able to practice gives some emotional aspect that is not helping to be accurate.
Should of course mention that these archers are shooting in 20 seconds over 70 meters. They're at the end of the second end. 51 Sofia, 58 Petra. That's pretty consistent shooting from Petra, Juan Carlos.
Petra is in a great moment. She has finished the last competition really high, and Sofia started the season very good, but is going down at the end of the season. So it's clear that Petra is in a better moment of her career than Sofia at this moment.
We saw Jamie van Natter just before in the highlights. Petra's been fighting against Jamie pretty much all season.
Yes, has been a personal fight. They're good friends, but then when they go to the shooting line, they try the best, and they have been meeting each other very often in the World Cup. So they are just a personal challenge, and they are trying to see who is beating each other in the season.
Not looking very happy there, Sofia. What's going through her mind right now?
She knows that Petra has a big lead, and she doesn't like. She's a winner. She's a fighter, and she's one of the best archers in the world. She wants to win, and she see that she has not too many choices unless Petra give her a good present, which I doubt. So Sofia is not happy. She's not performing as she expects.
At this temperature, I think we're at about 30 degrees. What kind of difference is that making on the accuracy of the shooting?
Depends of the archers, but most of these archers are used to shoot with heat. Even Russian, they go to training camps in Antalya and Turkey to get used to good weather and to have more time during the year to practice. So I don't think it's anything affecting to the accuracy, the heat. Really, the weather is good and it's cool to make good scores.
And that's it. Excellent performance from Petra Eriksson. She takes the gold medal. Extremely happy there. But it's quite a low score. We've seen higher scores throughout the year.
Yes, as I mentioned before, one of the reasons could be we are shooting in November, end of November. Normally our season finishes in August, September. So this archer has been forced to keep going to this time of the year. So that could be an effect, because normally we don't have top level competition in November.
Okay, so they're just confirmation. 105 Sofia, 115 Petra Eriksson.
It's clearly too big difference, as in semi-final they were very tight, most of the archers.
Jamie van Natter, as we saw earlier, taking the bronze. We now move on to the men's compound men's match, and these two are. This is going to be some final, Juan Carlos.
Yes, Jorge is in a very good moment, and Galantiel Braden is a young talent coming the last year. He's coming very fast, very good. He's a fighter, and he really developed better when he's shooting tight matches. So it will be a great match, and I hope that we will see a very exciting competition here.
Let's just take a look at Jorge Jimenez, his performance throughout the year. He's been a good boy. He's come to every competition and ranked first in the World Cup rankings with 71 points, 225s in Ulsan and Dover. Now Braden, as we mentioned earlier, tournament best 119 score that he's achieved 3 times this year, and slightly higher average than Jorge. Didn't make it to Ulsan, beat Jorge in the final in Varese, and then lost to him again in Antalya.
Yes, they have met very often this year, and they are in a good moment of their career, so both are potential winners.
So if you're a betting man, which way is this one going to go?
I used not to bet, but I can see Jorge Jimenez is quite more experienced, so maybe this little experience he has in the finals could make a small difference. But we have not to forget that Brandon, he won the Indoor World Championship this year, so he's also in a good moment. That's an incredible and very good start of Jorge, and we can see he's very cool. Focus and relax.
Braden obviously thinking that wasn't good enough. I only scored 29. But that's what you need, I guess. Perfect shooting from Jorge.
It's the best way to not give an option to your opponent, is making all 10.
Does the heat, the temperature, make any difference to the speed? I imagine it
to how the equipment work together. But as mentioned before, both archers has been training in heat. But if it's getting extremely heat, can affect to the tuning of the bow, especially in the compound bow, which everything is very, very exact and very well tuned. But you see it now is taking care about the grip to avoid any slide, any humidity, and we can see that Jorge is quite focused.
And there's a considerable change in the light. The light here in Dubai is phenomenal, but we do have quite a change, slight shadow now appearing across the playing area, the field of play. Does that make any difference, the shadow?
In compound it makes, because they have to look through a peep, it's a hole in the string, and they have to see through a scope, which also affect the light quite drastically if it's changing. So the light could be an effect, but here right now the light is consistent. Sometimes we have shadows, but not in the target, not in the archers, so I don't see any reason that could be affected. Jorge is really putting everything on it and making strong shot. We can see he's relaxed on the face. He's just focused on his thinking and his way of performing technically, taking care about his breathing. It's very much in the competition. I can see him winning.
It's a 1-point separation.
So there you have it, official from the FITA event director. He thinks Jorge is going to win.
Okay, could be, but I say look in the face of the archer. Very often you can see if they are dealing with the stress properly, or if the stress can deal with it. We just saw Braden shooting and looking to the screen, when Jorge keep looking to the 10, focus on the shooting.
That's a very, very good comment, yes.
You have the screen on the right, so you have the tendency to look in the screen before even the arrow hits the target.
Yeah.
Normally Jorge is an archer that look outside very calm, but when you talk to him, he say, "Oh, I'm very nervous inside." So he really know how to deal with this.
Well, he's done it.
Yes.
I don't know if you put any money on that one, but he's certainly done it. And he certainly looks very happy with his performance. Excellent performance after a fantastic year of archery from Jorge. A terrific personality and a terrific sportsman as well.
And a national hero in El Salvador. Each time he achieves something, he has a president call him in, he has the media receiving the airport. He's a really national hero in El Salvador.
And Braden, who's certainly kept us entertained all year.
Yes, Braden is coming, and I'm sure he will be in finals in the next season, because he's just going better and better in each of the events.
There you are, gold for Jimenez, silver for Guillantine, and bronze for Dos Santos.
Because the last year I finished third, so this time I work a lot for this first place, and God's helped me, and I got this amazing, results.
The year began with few surprises for the Recurve ladies, with Park and Choi taking the top points in Ulsan. Korean domination continued in Varese, with Lee taking 25 points. Natalia beat Choi in Antalya to record her first win for the season. With Erdineva and Choi absent from Dover, competition was dominated by Huan Zhang and Dola Banjare. The men's category began with the surprise elimination of Park, leaving the way for Chinese Taipei to fight for gold. In Varese, Frangili fought against Zyrempelov to take 25 points in front of a home crowd. Antalya produced an all-Korean final with Im and Kim. In Dover, Alan Wills, who had previously scored only 7 points in Ulsan, secured a place in Dubai. Despite a fantastic year, Natalia Erdineva would surprise many with her defeat to Banage. In qualification, Zhang failed to impress against Choi, with neither archer looking on the top of their form. The bronze was finally handed to Natalia after winning 106-103. Alan Wills from Great Britain could not match Serrano for technique in the qualification round, and faced an equally dazed and confused Michele Frangili, coming from his 113-104 spanking by Russian Zyrempelov. After missing out on a final place, neither archer could gather the motivation to fight, and Wills won by 1 arrow, 103-102. So back to the field of play For the recurve discipline, we start with the women. Dola Banerjee, who kept us all laughing in Dover. Just talk us through her year, Juan Carlos, starting with 12 in Ulsan.
Dola was coming at the beginning of the season and then disappeared. We have not seen her except in Dover, and in Dover she was excellent. She was shooting great. So we have seen that she is ready for this event because she has been good at the last of the season.
And Choi Eun-young from Korea. It's been quiet, the circuit, for Koreans this year. We were expecting to see more from them.
And Korea is quite focused on the World Championship and get Olympic places, and for them the World Cup is an interesting challenge, but I think they are not really into it so far. But of course they want to be winner, and they have an incredible number of excellent archers, and always they have to have one. But for us it's very good that she's here and she has qualified for the final.
Choi shooting first on target 2, kicking off with a 9. Dola looking pretty solid straight away.
Dola is used to shoot against Korea, and they have met in the Asian Games, they have met in many competitions in Asia, so she has not this mental afraidness or this mental situation to be afraid to shoot against Korean.
Nothing really to choose between them at the moment. There's a lot of movement there. We could see Dola shaking as she was taking the shot.
In recurve, we have to make more physical effort, and probably as we have to shoot with the fingers, we have to release the string with the fingers, give a different way to shoot, like we have seen in compound. This is a mechanical release. So shaking is part of our shoot time to time, especially in final.
Let's talk about that, because we mentioned earlier the 20-second shooting rule. How does that affect recurve archers in comparison to compound archers?
In theory, stress more the compound archer because they need a little bit more time to make the shot. In recurve, it should not affect too much, but at the same time, as we know we have 20 seconds, we just shoot without thinking too much. We raise the bow and shoot fast in order to not to be stressed. So I think has a little bit more effect in compound, but we have seen that the compound archers were extremely happy here shooting in 20 seconds like they were last year to shoot in Japan. So it's not nothing that is affecting to result.
So, beginning of the third end, 65-66 after the first arrow of the third end. And this one could go either way.
That's a great match, having archers tied on 1 point.
9 points.
You see Dola very focused, looking the target, very aggressive.
It's truly incredible when you consider that we are shooting, as I said, over 70 meters at an X ring that is probably no more than between 5 and 8 centimeters in size, with no sight assistance.
Yes, and with a lot of part of the shot that can change, like right now on the left side, probably the string was a little bit out of sight. She's surprised to see the 7. It's not normal to see a Korean archer shoot a 7, especially in the finals.
Yeah, she's not going to be popular when she gets back home, is she, for shooting a 7?
Korea is something special. They're used to win, and how shooting 7 in final is not something.
Let's see what this last arrow produces. That's incredible for Dola, who came, as you said, came from nowhere. She joined us in Ulsan, disappeared, and then came back in Dover. Fantastic match.
The Korean, she can still not believe it, because shooting the last arrow an 8, everybody's expecting her to shoot a 9 or a 10.
Absolutely. There you are, confirmation. Banerjee gold, Choi silver.
I don't expect about this result. I think second or maybe third, but I don't think about I won gold medal in this event. So I'm very happy, and now also I don't believe this. I am world champion.
Excellent. On to the men's recurve final, and Serrano there, extremely cool. But this archer, I tell you, he's given us a lot of entertainment this year. Just talk us through his year, Juan Carlos.
Balminia is one of the top archers, and he's the first in the ranking not by luck. He has been very, very accurate during the year from the beginning. 18 points in Ulsan, Varese, Dover. He has been really good, and he deserves the first position. He's one of the favorites in this final.
And this young man, who he seems to blow hot and cold. One minute he's outstanding, the next minute he's, well, you're never sure.
And he's a Latin character, means he has a lot of personality, but he's managing very good, and as happened with some of the young archers, that they lose the progression when they go in top competition. Juan René Serrano just is the opposite. Each competition is getting more experience, and he's accepting this pressure. So he's having fun, enjoying finals, and we can see that he has arrived in a very good moment here.
Excellent stuff. I certainly wouldn't want to go up against Zarempilov in any match, but in a final, the pressure on this 23-year-old must be incredible.
Balminia is just a machine. He's regular, he knows how to deal with pressure, he has a very good technique, and he knows how to shoot fast, which means when you shoot fast, you are not thinking too much, and this is one of the parts when an archer is in the final, has to be focused on action and not thinking. And Balminia knows how to do this, and he's extremely accurate in finals. His 29 is an excellent start. Juan René is not giving it easy, and he's making it difficult, because Juan René is extremely motivated. He wants to win a medal in Olympic, and this is his goal, and this is a training for this Olympic medal.
They appear to be shooting slightly faster than the women. I mean, obviously that's normal. In the men's discipline, they tend to shoot that a little bit faster, but there's a considerable difference between the speed of the arrows between compound and recurve.
Yes, a compound, the arrows go faster, take less parabol, they take less height, and therefore affect the wind can affect less. In recurve, we have a lower poundage bow, and means they have the arrow fly higher and can affect more the wind. But we can see that the recurve archers are shooting faster, because yesterday in the training they realized there was some left and right arrows, and they thought it was the wind. The venue is very protected, but the wind can make some circulation. So I saw them deciding to shoot faster.
Both archers suffering in the second end there.
Excellent.
8 from Zarempilov.
You can see Juan René Serrano is shaking a little bit, but still making the strong shot, which is the technical way to do it. Even if you are shaking, you just keep pulling and pushing, and make a strong shot, and the arrow go where it has to go.
Fantastic.
You see most of the time we see in the same height the arrows, but they are grouping left and right. And this is what they were saying. They feel that there's some effect of the wind, even if we don't see too much, but in some areas it's affecting the arrow.
Well, look at that score. That 8 sticks out like a sore thumb, but everything else is 9s and 10s. So
the last 3 arrows are really make the difference. Zarempilov have a good lead now.
9.
We see Juan René again looking to the screen instead of to the target, when Balminia keep looking to the target. As coach I am, I try to analyze. Last arrow.
8 or better will win.
it's got to be. He'll be kicking himself for not getting a 10, but he's done what he needed to do. 112. Zarempilov, world. Excellent performance.
He's very strong, and is one of the potential gold medalists in Olympic Games next year. Has been done an excellent season, and has proved that he can be consistently good from the beginning to the end of the season.
So there's the confirmation of the gold, silver and bronze. Zarempilov taking the gold, Serrano taking silver, and Alan Wills from Great Britain taking the bronze.
Best ever, no discussion. The atmosphere, the venue, the matches, the results, great, fantastic. The biggest surprise was Banerjee winning the recurve women against the Korean. That was really great. Fantastic for the sport in India. She's fighting against cricket, so it's a hard battle, but she's on the way to win it. Jorge was third last year, first this year. Zhang was a little bit less good this year, but she was in the final. So I think it's a tight game. We saw at the World Championships the level is going up in every country, and especially the sub-top, as we used to call it, has joined the top. There's no much more difference between number 1 and number 64. So this is going to make it more difficult for people to stay in.
That's all for this show and for this year. We hope that you've enjoyed the archery as much as we have, and we'll see you again in 2008. Thanks for watching.